And with us today, we have a very special guest. He's a childhood friend of mine. I was able to have the pleasure to play high school ball with him at Kirtland High School. He's a two-time state champion, two-time first-team All-Ohio running back at Kirtland, second all-time in rushing for his career. And at John Carroll as a freshman in 2019, had 26 catches for 444 yards and a passing touchdown. It's my pleasure to introduce junior wide receiver Joey Torok. Joey, thanks so much for taking the time, and how you doing today?
First of all, thanks for having me, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm super excited to get ready for practice today and then get on with the game tomorrow.
Awesome. Yeah, so before we get into this season and prepping for that, I know that you were injured last year, weren't able to play, took the year off, but just kind of take us through just how different that 2020 season was with the circumstances and everything with COVID, and just how different that was both for you and for the team.
2020 was a wild year. As you know, it was wild for everyone. But, to go through, have our season canceled, and then find out in the spring we were able to play, and then for me to find out that I wasn't able to be playing it because I was having hip surgery, it was crazy. Every day it was kind of like we had this mentality of just like, well, we can focus on today because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Like, everything's unpredictable. I think we had two of our games canceled towards the end of the season, so that was tough. There was a lot of guys that were about to get into play, so it was kind of heartbroken that they couldn't get in. But it was a super tough, super confusing year. But we just got through it and played the cards that we were dealt.
And so, going back to high school for 1 second, so you played running back in high school, but for John Carroll, since you've gotten here, you've been playing wide receiver. How have you adjusted from playing in such a run-heavy offense like Kirtland, going to a more balanced offense here at JCU?
So luckily in high school, we had a lot of 7-on-7s. I know we didn't pass a lot during our games, but in the summer we had 7-on-7s and stuff. So I was able to get a little bit of a taste of what it'd be like to be a wide receiver. And then going into that summer, I found out I was going to be playing wide receiver instead of running back going into my freshman year. And Jake Floria hit me up, other quarterbacks, so I just got the hang of being a wide receiver, like running the routes, getting the hang of the offense. So they definitely made it a lot easier transition on me, so it wasn't actually too bad.
And you've been with this wide receiver group for a couple of years now, and, Jake getting one last year at quarterback here. How's the chemistry with, yourselves, the wide receivers, and the quarterback group as well? Is there work being done outside of practice, and how'd it go this past offseason?
So the good thing about our offense, specifically our even running backs, quarterbacks, wide receivers, we're all really good friends. So even when we're not in the field working, getting after it, we're hanging out off the field, goofing around, just being the boys. And then, even after practice recently, and even last year, we were getting extra work in, making sure we were just being exact on what we wanted to do, just refining everything so we had the best chemistry possible.
Yeah. Are there any professional receivers that you try to model your game after, and if so, who might they be?
That's a tough one. Somebody I really liked watching was Steve Smith, just because, he was not a big guy, but he had a lot of emotion. I don't really show that much emotion on the field, but he was a lot of emotion. He didn't really care about his size. He never let it bother him. That's something that I've kind of embodied myself because I'm not a very big guy. So, yeah, definitely somebody like him. With
that experience at running back and also at wide receiver now, do you think you may be seeing any types of carries this season?
I'm not really sure right now. Maybe that's something that we can put in later in the season, but right now probably not. But I'm open. I'm definitely open to getting the ball through a handoff again. That'd be nice.
Well, I do know in middle school, towards the end of I think it was our 8th grade season, you came in as our quarterback. We had a couple of our quarterbacks get hurt, and had to throw a few passes, but then in 2019, you go back to that BW game, we saw you throwing the football.
Yeah, in practice in 2019, I kept telling the coaches, I can throw it, let me do it. And then we did it in practice, it worked out pretty well, and then the game, luckily, it worked out just as we had planned, so it was awesome. That was probably the most excited I've ever been for a touchdown in my life.
Have you been practicing at all with the quarterbacks, maybe trying to get some of that arm action
going?
Not yet. Might be something that we could be seeing at some point this season. Be on the lookout. You never know. It worked last year. We may be seeing that at some point soon. So now fast forwarding to this week, preparing for a team ranked in the D3Football.com top 25, Washington and Jefferson. How's the preparation been for this week's game?
It's been pretty good. Our coaches have given us a really good game plan. I've been watching a lot of film, and we're just getting after it at practice. So I think things have been going pretty well. We're just super excited to get after it on Saturday.
So you get a great test week 1 with a D3Football.com top 25 team, and then you get the bye week 2. You know, that's a bit earlier than, say, you know, you're watching the professional seasons, Division 1. You know, you don't usually see teams with a bye this early. Does that benefit you guys in any type of way?
I'd say so. I mean, it just depends on how you look at it, really, because, I mean, we really like to get after each other at practice because we feel we're, like, our best competition. So, I mean, yeah, in that way we get after each other at practice. We're going against really good competition. It gives us another week to just get ready for the season, get ready for the games coming up.
Talking about you specifically, and can even talk about the team as well, what are your goals for this season, if you have any in mind at the moment?
I just want to be the best teammate I could possibly be. I mean, I want to be able to play anywhere they need me. Just do what I'm asked to do, 100% effort all the time. And I feel like my teammates feel the same about that way. They want to be able to play wherever they're needed. There's nobody that's really selfish on this team. Everyone just wants to put the best for the team. So, I mean, yeah, our goal is just 1-0 every day. And I'd say I'd do the same thing with myself. I want to go 1-0 every day, and whatever that is, whether it be football, school, anything.
Reflecting more on your experience with the team as a whole so far, what would you say your favorite football memory with John Carroll has been so far?
I would say my favorite memory would be that BW game my freshman year. Not only because I threw that touchdown, but the way it ended with Keyshawn's Hail Mary and Randy Moss catch. That was insane. I mean, that was awesome. Definitely something I'll never forget.
So during the 2020 season, know that you were hurt, weren't able to play. Did that give you a bit more of a perspective on, like, you know, how the plays are called, and, like, just a different type of view of just watching everybody play? And, like, did that give you, like, a chance to have, like, mental reps during the game? So, like, how would that work for you this past season?
Absolutely. I mean, even during the games, even during practice, I couldn't obviously be out there physically, so I just take as many mental reps as I possibly could, and I kind of got the coach's perspective that in 2020 of how the game's being played, why they're calling plays this certain way, why is the defense doing this. I mean, it was really good for me. I think it helped me a lot mentally.
And so looking at where you play in the receiver spot, so if I'm correct, and correct me if I'm wrong, in 2019, it seemed like you played a bit more of like a slot type of role. Will we be seeing you in that type of role for this season, or what's it kind of looking like for you specifically?
Yeah, definitely in the slot a lot, and then if anyone goes down or somebody's a break, you could definitely see me on the outside. I've been practicing that too, just to make sure I know everything on the offense. I can go and fill in for anyone anytime. So yeah, definitely in the slot majority, but yeah, don't be surprised maybe if somebody goes down, you can see me outside maybe.
Maybe see you at some quarterback as well.
That'd be
a couple
awesome.
of trick plays. That'd be pretty cool. Now, kind of shifting away off the football field, you're a junior at the moment. As of now, and you may not have any, totally fine, what do you see your plans being after you graduate here from John Carroll? I know it's a little bit of a ways away, but any idea?
So right now, I'm an exercise science major, and I plan on getting into physical therapy. So definitely going to physical therapy school, grad school afterwards. I'm not sure where yet. You know, still, like you said, still early. But yeah, those are my plans as of right now.
And what do you enjoy doing when you're not on the football field?
I really just enjoy hanging out with my friends. You know, whether it be just watching a game or playing video games or something. Just booling around. I mean, we even played like a couple pickup basketball games this summer. Just hanging around. I mean, I love being with those guys.
It's very good. So that chemistry off the field only boosts it when you guys get onto the field as well.
Absolutely. You know, we talk about the brotherhood, John Carroll, so that's definitely real. I mean, not only they're my best friends off the field, but they're my best friends on the field. I mean, we get after each other on and off the field, make sure we're bringing out the best in everyone. So it's definitely awesome. Great group of guys to be around.
That's very great to hear, Joey. Now, as we reach the end of our interview here, again, thanks again for taking the time. We're going to do a little bit of rapid fire here. So we're going to allow our fans to get to know you a little bit better. So it's not going to be timed or anything, but rapid fire questions coming your way.
Gotcha.
So, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Favorite food?
Steak.
Man, no hesitation. Favorite show?
The Sopranos.
Favorite movie?
Ooh.
More than one's fine.
I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm not sure if I have one right now. I'm not really sure.
Any could even be just maybe first one that pops into your mind. May not be the favorite.
Troy is definitely my favorite movie. Now that I think about it, Troy definitely is.
There you go. Favorite musician?
That's another tough one. Man. Probably Juice WRLD, I'd have to say, is my number one, but obviously he's passed, so.
Yep. Favorite book?
Favorite book? Honestly, I have no idea. To be honest with you, I can't remember the last time I read a book outside of class. I'm not sure, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of it's kind of been shifting, to online or quick articles. I understand. How about your favorite current professional player?
Jarvis Landry.
Cleveland Browns makes
Absolutely.
sense. I know both of us huge Browns fans from the Cleveland area. How about your favorite player all time?
My favorite player all time. Man, that's another tough one.
Can give like a top three if you maybe can't decide on one. I mean, there's been so many greats.
I know, that's the tough part. I mean, I already mentioned Steve Smith earlier in the interview. Favorite players all time, man. That's a
Maybe like first couple might pop into your head, or maybe ones you like remember kind of first watching or anything like that.
Oh, LaDainian Tomlinson definitely. Steve Smith. Peyton Hillis was super electric to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Browns players on that list, but I could list off Baker right now. He's awesome to watch. Jarvis, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. I love all those guys. I don't know if I have a specific favorite right now of all time, but
yeah. Well, I do remember in our elementary, middle school, high school days, you had a lot of jerseys you were wearing to school.
I did.
I remember that. LaDainian Tomlinson for sure. I remember that one.
I had all three different colors of his jerseys, like the white, powder blue, navy blue. Yeah, I was obsessed with him for a while.
So was he maybe somebody you emulated when you were more the running back
Definitely.
type of role?
Especially growing up, we'd be playing what's it called, kill the carrier or something at the high school football games. I'd score a touchdown, do the touchdown, the flip.
Flip the ball?
Yeah.
Oh, that was definitely a staple from him. I remember that for sure. And last one for the rapid fire. If a genie gave you 3 wishes, what would they be?
Wish that I could fly. I wish that everyone that I loved could live forever. And I wish that I could play football forever.
Very interesting. Very good. And this will be one last question I'll add on to you. If there's one word to describe your game that the fans should know to describe the way you play, what would it be?
I don't know if it's more of a word, but it's more of an animal, like the honey badger, Somebody like Tyrann Matthew, somebody also used to watch, even though he played defense. But just because I'm small, but I really don't care. If I'm smaller than you, it doesn't matter. It's about heart. It's not about the size. So yeah, I'd definitely say, I don't know if it's really a word to describe myself, but an animal is a honey badger.
Well, good to know. Well, Joey, we'll be sure to be keeping our eyes and ears on you as you start the season here against Washington and Jefferson. And thanks again for taking the time. Best of luck this year, and can't wait to see what you do coming off that injury you had last season. I think you're due.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.